The front squat. Why do we front squat? On top of all the amazing reasons to squat covered in our air squat lesson, here are the main reasons why we front squat. It's a natural, functional movement. Squatting down to pick something up off the ground while holding your kids is a great example. The front squat helps to develop torso strength and stability. This helps to stand and walk around with a natural upright posture with or without weight. This helps to develop mobility and strength in the shoulders, scapula, and lats. And it develops hip extension and creates a potent neuroendocrine response, which is just a fancy way of saying that it helps to regulate and release really helpful hormones for our muscles when they break down and rebuild. To perform this movement well, you'll need a proficient air squat. Each version of the squat is derived from the air squat. If you lack the mechanics, strength, and flexibility to do a solid air squat, then you won't have the fundamentals to perform more complex versions of the squat safely, like a back squat, a front squat, or even an overhead squat. Any deficiency in the front squat will be magnified when attempting to land in a squat clean. And obviously, my front squat isn't 100% as I still need to work on my range and mobility. Key points of movement. Same as the air squat, in that we're maintaining a neutral spine position, keeping the weight in the midfoot and heels, sending the hips back below the knee, tracking your knees in the direction of your toes. Plus, specific to the front squat, the bar or object should be resting on your shoulders. This is what we call the front rack, with a loose fingertip grip. Elbows are parallel to the floor and each other throughout the movement. The setup. Same as our air squat with shoulder width stance, neutral head position, and standing upright. Plus, your hand position is just outside of the shoulders. A good rule of thumb is 3 finger widths off the shoulder. We do this for optimal balance and stability. Too close and the bar won't rest on your shoulders. Too wide and you'll lose connectivity with the bar. Use a loose fingertip grip to provide more mobility for your elbows. Keep your elbows parallel to the ground and each other throughout the movement. This will help to maintain a neutral and upright torso position. It also keeps the bar on your shoulders in the frontal plane for the most efficient movement. If you're unable to do this with a PVC or barbell, just try using your hands by placing your thumbs on your shoulders while keeping your elbows up throughout the movement. Execution. Again, the same as the air squat, with our weight in your midfoot and heels. Breathing diaphragmatically. Keeping your chest up. Getting deeper than your hip crease, and pushing your knees out laterally. Specific to the front squat is that your elbow position should be parallel to the ground and each other throughout the movement. This will help to maintain your balance, bar position, and your lumbar curve. Common faults with simple fixes. Hyperextension. This compromises the natural stable position of your spine and leaves you more susceptible to injury. Again, take that deep diaphragmatic breath and maintain a really tight midsection throughout the movement. A rounded back. This could be due to weak or tight hamstrings and glutes. It compromises the natural stable position of your spine and leaves you more susceptible to injury. Again, maintain that tight midsection with that diaphragmatic belly breath. Not getting deep enough. This could be due to weak hip extensors, maybe some quad dominance, or even laziness. Give yourself a target below your hip crease, and as you get better, progressively make it lower. Our goal is to be sitting on our calves, knees folding in. This could be that you have stronger leg extension than hip extension, or maybe some weak abductors. This puts a lot of pressure on the tendons and ligaments in the knees. Push your knees out laterally or spread the ground apart with your feet. Weight in your toes. This could be due to weak hamstrings or glutes. You're going to have a dramatic loss of power and balance. You're also not connected to the ground, thereby not activating your posterior chain. Stay back in your heels and try squatting with your toes up. Elbows drop. This may be due to poor mobility in your shoulders, scapula, lats, and even your triceps. It could also mean you have a weak back or even core muscles. Now, once this happens, the bar is no longer traveling in the frontal plane, thereby putting stress on both the upper and lower back. It shifts the weight toward our toes, thereby activating the anterior muscles of the legs and not our posterior, and will ultimately put stress on the tendons and ligaments in the knees. Focus on driving your elbows up to the sky throughout the movement. If you're unable to do this with a PVC or barbell, work on your mobility of your scapula, triceps, and lats until this position is achieved with a barbell. Thank you for watching.